Welcome back to the Better Banking Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Foster, and behind the scenes, as always, thank goodness, is Producer Rune. How are things in the control booth today, Producer Rune?
I am so glad that you have asked. Because during today's episode, I will be practicing the tango.
I think that you found a niche. Perfect. The Better Banking Podcast is brought to you by Gain Federal Credit Union to fulfill our promise to share our financial knowledge for your financial gain. Now, I'm not the expert, and I think that's obvious, but I do know the experts, and we bring you the experts to help you manage your money better with useful information and resources. We'll also share our insights on how credit unions work and how they're different from banks. That's a lot. So, let's get started. Drum roll. A very special guest on the podcast. He is our consumer lending manager here at Gain Federal Credit Union. It's Robert Lopez. Robert, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
When did you start working at Gain?
2009.
No kidding. That's quite some time. So you've been here over 2 decades.
Not 2 decades, close.
Well, you're in your second decade. How's that?
That sounds right.
You don't want me managing your account. I just write the newsletter. Tell us what you did when you first started working here at the credit union.
Initially, when I was hired at Gain, I was their collection manager. I've been in the industry for 27 years.
And 27 years. Okay, so that's almost 3 decades. See, I'm back on my math course. So,
Yes.
And so, tell us what you do today. What is your role here at the credit union?
Gain gave me the opportunity to manage their consumer lending department.
Tell us what types of loans fall under the consumer lending department that you manage.
So when people refer to consumer lending, these are auto loans, motorcycle loans, RV loans, boat loans. We do credit cards. We have 2 cards here. We offer a classic, which is a fixed rate, or you can go to a platinum card. It's a variable rate, but it does pay reward points. And then if you need a personal loan because you want to pay some bills off or you want to buy something, we offer personal loans. We also offer a line of credit, which is some people use it for overdraft. It's kind of like a credit card, but you don't have a card.
Why is it that auto loans generally have a better interest rate than, let's say, a personal loan or a credit card? Why is that?
It has to do with the risk. Unfortunately, if you don't have a collateral to protect the interest in the loan, the rate's going to be higher. If you have an auto loan, if something happens, they can always pick up the car.
So the loan is based on something tangible, piece of property.
Correct. If you have something to secure a loan with, your rates will always be lower.
So let's circle back to, let's say, auto loans. What are the steps to getting an auto loan here at the credit union?
Well, if you're looking to buy a car, you want to know what you were qualified for. You don't want to go look at a car that's $60,000 and you don't qualify for that. I highly recommend you get pre-approved. And once we do that, we'll tell you how much the credit union can lend you. Now, it still depends on the car you're buying. And basically, with cars being so high right now, people are paying higher than MSRP. Now, that's okay if that's the car you want and you understand you're paying above mark. But at least this is my price range, so this is where I need to be looking for.
And so tell me, once I apply, what goes into determining what type of interest rate I'm going to get?
Your interest rate is determined by your credit score. The higher your score, the better your rate. So if you have a credit score of 700 and above, you're going to get a better rate. If you're 600 and below, you're going to get the higher rate.
What about someone who might be thinking of, getting an auto loan at a dealership?
So, if you go to them and they offer you a rate, come to the credit union, see if we can beat it or if our rates are better.
Do you need to consolidate debt, pay unexpected bills, or maybe just get some cash for your next vacation? Gain Federal Credit Union can help you with all of those needs. Our personal loan offers a fixed rate, and you can get up to $25,000 to help you with any expenses you need to handle personally. Apply today at gainfcu.com/personal-loans. Gain is insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. NMLS number 407810.
Just wanted to switch over now to back to credit cards, if we may. You mentioned that
Sure.
we have two different types of credit cards. We have the MasterCard Classic and also the MasterCard Platinum Reward.
Correct.
Tell us about the Platinum Reward, because rewards are very important and everybody likes to earn rewards.
So we have two products because everybody has different needs. Some people like a fixed rate, that means the rate never goes up or down. The Platinum card offers a variable rate, and that goes up and down. The advantage to the Platinum card is we pay you rewards. We pay you for purchases. So if you get gas, if you have groceries, so the more you purchase, the more points you accrue.
And the Classic MasterCard that we offer does not offer rewards, but the interest rate is fixed. Is that right?
That's correct. So that rate will never change. So you can see how much interest you're going to pay based on the balance you're carrying. On a variable rate, rates go up or down. And so your interest will change monthly.
So the Classic card is a fixed rate. You have peace of mind knowing that that rate's not going to change. With the Platinum Reward card, we have variable rate. However, you do get rewarded with cash back on your purchases.
This is more for a person that doesn't carry a balance. They just want to use the card for the points. If you're going to carry a balance, I would recommend you get the fixed rate on the Classic.
For those listening, I would check out all the cards that we offer because many of them have very, very good warranty services and travel protection services. You can check those all out on our website to find the card that's best for you. And so does the fixed card versus the variable rate card, does that affect your credit score or your borrowing opportunities at all?
Your credit score is affected by your payments that you make every month. If you make your payments on time, your credit will reflect that, and which helps increase your credit score.
Besides keeping track of your payments and making your payments on time, what else can GAIN members do to stay informed about their credit score and any changes that might be affecting that score?
If you have an account here at GAIN and you have online access, we offer Savvy Money, and it gives you an idea of where your score is ranging.
What if one of our listeners has a low credit score? What should they do to maybe improve that or to get out of that low tier?
So if you have low credit score based on bad credit, you would have to start negotiating some of these loans so you can pay them off. If you have a low score because you have late payments, you would have to continue making payments on time. But if you have charge-offs, collections, repossessions, you really have to settle them so that these can come off with time. Bad credit stays on your credit report for 7 to 10 years.
And sometimes bad credit is just a result of circumstances, sometimes within or beyond the control of the member. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about how our Jumpstart Auto Loan works?
So if you have challenged credit and are looking to purchase a car, we have a program that helps. There is a limit on how much they'll lend you. So we're trying to help you establish a loan to help build your credit. It is going to require you to have an iPay device, which is a tracking device that's installed in the car. And, with that, your interest rate is higher, but, this will help you get back on track. Continuing making your payments on time is the best way to improve your credit.
So in this way, we can help you get back to a better credit score and back to saving more money because of your better score when you borrow. Got a question about pandemic. For 3 years, people weren't sure what was going on. Did you do anything with your staff? How did you manage the staff and their morale during the pandemic?
We were still able to do a lot of stuff over the phone, online, and we were still able to provide the service to help our members purchase vehicles. It was a challenge. I mean, sometimes they'd have to drop off stuff at the door, and we'd have to call them once we got it. There's always a way to work things out.
Well, we certainly missed out on some of that personal touch that we strive to offer, but we've regained it since then, and we continue to service our membership in the most professional, courteous, efficient way possible. From your experience, how are credit unions different than banks?
We're here to not only service our members, but to protect them. You may not always want to hear what we have to say, and especially when it comes to purchasing these cars. But sometimes these dealerships will upsell you a lot of stuff you don't need. And we as a credit union are here to protect you as well from a bad loan. So we're going to tell you that some members appreciate it, some members don't. Some members just say, I want to buy the car, I don't care. If we can help them, we will.
We're looking out for the members' best interest because we're using our members' money to finance these auto loans and any lending product. So we're awfully cautious and careful with our members' money and who it's lent out to.
Every one of our members owns a share. And the money they deposit here is the money we use to lend out for loans. So like I said, we're here to help our members and also protect them.
Robert, thank you for coming by. That was a lot of great information. We know you've got to get back to work to help our members with their lending needs. Thank you for joining us, and you are always welcome to come back if that's okay with you.
Appreciate the invite. Thank you guys for making time for me. And like I said, please give us an opportunity to earn your business. And I thank you guys for having me.
Anytime. And that just about does it for this episode. Please send your comments and questions to podcast@gainfcu.com. And be sure to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please. Once again, thanks to our consumer lending manager, Robert Lopez, and to producer Rune in the control booth. How are things in the control booth, producer Rune?
Well, I heard everything Robert said about dealers marking up cars, so I've decided to build my own.
I can't wait to see that.
I think I might need that loan after all.
Join us next time because, as you know, there's a lot more to gain.
The views and opinions expressed by hosts and guests of the Better Banking Podcast are not those of Gain Federal Credit Union. Gain Federal Credit Union is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. NMLS number 407810.